It's meant to help alleviate the pain from valley floods. More than 30 drainage projects are planned, but a shortage of money is holding them up.
Channel 5's Kristen Colon tells us local leaders hope a visit from state and national government officials helps bring attention back to the valley.
Yeah, one of the projects we saw is called the Raymondville Drain Project. It costs more than $400 million, and that's just one of more than 30 projects that still need federal funding. And the goal is to make sure and to hopefully find solutions to decrease the flood problems here in the valley. Back-to-back flooding and disaster declarations, situations hitting close to home for Valley farmer Michael England, who lost it all.
18 was extremely devastating. Even though we didn't get as much rain this past year, 19 as we did 18, the actual damage was equal to, if not worse.
England says he lost cotton, sugarcane, and even cattle because of the floods and what he says is inadequate drainage. A topic focused on today by local officials. The day began touring drainage projects like this one, the Raymondville Drain Project, costing more than $400 million, hoping to create a 63-mile drainage system stretching from Edinburg to Laguna Madre.
The projects like the Raymondville Drain Improvement Project is included in the Water Resources Development Act bill. That's called WRDA. And to those who work in the area, they know that's where the authorization has to take place by Congress before the Army Corps of Engineers can do what they do, because their work is in short supply. They have more work than they can do, and it needs to be expressly authorized by Congress in order to get the money from Washington, D.C. down here to the valley.
This was one of the reasons Senator John Cornyn was invited by local officials to the valley to get funding for projects like the Raymondville Drain. Another guest was Jane Harkins, commissioner for the International Boundary and Water Commission. She says the commission also lacks the funding and their attention has been placed on the Arroyo Colorado.
Staff has come out, they have done the surveying through there so that we would get some new surveys. Then they had a rainstorm, they had to leave for a while till it dried out a little bit more so they could get back in there. We've expanded the hydraulic model, we did that all in-house. We've estimated how much that we have to remove to get it back to its capacity that it should be, and I'm now in the search of about $10 million.
Harkins says this forum today will hopefully help local and national officials come with a priority list. For now, Senator Cornyn says he will bring what he saw in the valley up north.
Everything takes a long time when you're talking about infrastructure, because we're competing with jurisdictions all around the country for the same attention by the Corps of Engineers and the same dollars. So the good news is we're on the cusp of getting it done. The bad news is it's taken longer than any of us would have liked.
Time that England says he fears if another flood happens.
Need the infrastructure built in. I was very surprised to hear today that International Boundary and Water Commission's budget, but 3/4 of the budget went to the top side, and only the bottom third went to actual projects.
IBWC Commissioner Harkins says their budget dedicates less than half to construction projects, so the need for money is universal. Yeah, local officials hope Senator Cornyn's visit to the valley gives that extra push to Congress to hopefully pass the funding, as well as Michael England, the farmer that you saw. He says that they need to act quickly because he cannot afford another flood. In the Hidalgo County Newsroom, Kristen Colon, Channel 5 News at 6.